What's poppin', socialites? Man, we in here today, you know what I'm talking about. And on this episode right here, we discussing racism. Racism is going on all around us, especially in 2017. You got white nationalists marching all the time, and then you even got people trying to combat them, and some of these rallies get a little violent with opposing sides. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about a young lady, Kcole Rowe, aka Jazzy, who takes the situation into her own hands and say, hey, I'm not going for that shit. So we about to hear a story. Social climate, let's get it. This podcast is brought to you by niggas who are generally concerned with most of the dumb shit that's going on right now. By the way, I'm your host, BillieCash Kcole, and welcome to Social Climate. All right, we're talking about Kcole Rowe, aka Jazzy, a freshman at Hartford University in Connecticut. Connecticut sounds like a very prestigious school, fam. Shout out to Jazzy, you know what I mean? But upon entering the school, she met her dorm mate, Brianna Bruchet. Now, when you go to college, you're supposed to have this different walk of life. I know y'all seen reruns of A Different World. You know what I'm talking about? You're supposed to meet different people. But she met Brianna Bruchet, and Brianna Bruchet was a little apprehensive with having an African-American roommate. She would do all different types of crazy things, not talk to her, turn off the lights when she was studying, when she leaves the room. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Listen to Kcole Rowe, aka Jazzy, give her account on what actually happened when she decided to move out of the dorm room and get her own dorm room. Social climate, let's get it.
Room, and she was type disrespectful. Like, I would be in the room doing my work, and she'll just walk in, turn off the light, and leave. And like, she would just do so much disrespectful things. But I didn't pay any mind because, you know, I just didn't want to start any trouble. I'm not like a conflict person. I'll just turn my own little personal light, do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I shared my microwave with her, shared my fridge with her, fed her fish every weekend because she would always leave to go home. A whole bunch of stuff. But basically, the day I moved out, she didn't know about it, obviously. Like, I told her, like while I was packing my things, she, like, finally acknowledged me for once ever since we moved in. This happened about 2 weeks ago. And she asked me if I was moving out, and I said yes. And then she kept her movie on pause and started to text her friends. I thought she was texting her friends, telling her friends, oh, she's moving out, blah, 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 blah. I walked downstairs 5 minutes later with some of my stuff to move into my new room. Come to find out, I have my neighbor and 2 RAs approaching me saying, oh, you need to look on your phone. It's something like important, but my hands were full. So they showed me what they sent me, and it ended up her posting things on Instagram about what she's been doing to me ever since I moved in. I'll read the thing again. I only have some of the stuff that basically what they screenshotted and sent me based on what she posted at night. And you can see the time too on the top. The time says 10:38 p.m. So it says, finally did it, yo. Wait, no, finally did it. Your girl got rid of her roommate after 1.5 months of spitting in her coconut oil, putting moldy clam dip in her lotions, rubbing used tampons on her backpack, putting her toothbrush places where the sun doesn't shine, and so much more. I could finally say goodbye to Jamaican Barbie. So after posting that paragraph, she posted pictures and stuff like, here's my Steve Madden bag. I don't know if you can see the blood stains, but there was blood stains on my Steve Madden bag. I didn't know about it. I usually hang my backpack right there where that little wood thing is by my bed right there. I usually hang my bag and keep the flap open, and the flap is usually like laying flat against my bed. And I had the bag there for a very long time because I have multiple bags that I use. So I usually just hung that bag there, not knowing that there was blood and stuff, and I'm sleeping there and I'm taking in all this period blood, right? This was in my fridge. I didn't know. Like I said, I shared the fridge with her and stuff like that. I'm thinking it's just her food or whatever. Apparently, she says, like, this is moldy clam dick that I've been mixing in her face lotion. She would take pictures of, like, my mail and post it and try, you know, talk mad shit. Coconut oils was destroyed. Like, it had a whole bunch of stuff in it. I don't know, fungus, some type of thing was growing in there, but it was disgusting. I've been using the toothbrush and stuff like that. She messed with all my stuff. She would post videos of me eating and say, what's it called? If only she knew where those utensils been. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. And at the same time, in her paragraph, she says, and so much more. So my thing is, like, I don't know the so much more part. And obviously now she's not going to announce the so much more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cautious to use my things because I don't.
This is so fucking gross. And you feel like you superior to somebody? You gonna stoop to these childish means? And I'm talking about Brianna Bruche. Well, you know who I'm talking about if you watching the video. Man, this is terrible. How do you feel like you're superior to someone when you're gonna stick to these childish antics? You're doing something that a fucking 14-year-old working at McDonald's would do when somebody come through the line that they don't like. You know what I'm talking about? You're putting the girl toothbrush all in your pants and shit like that, man. Who does that? An immature brat does that. You know what I'm talking about? And she deserves anything that happens to her. But let's be honest. She got expelled from school, but she can always go to another school. She's probably not going to be facing any charges by this. But, man, Brianna Bruche, I hope you get what you deserve in life. You know what I'm talking about? I want to say eat a bag of baby dicks, but I'm not, because we don't say that on my channel, on my podcast. We don't say negative stuff like that, even though I just said it. But look, at the end of the day, we're going to applaud. We're going to applaud Chanel Rowe, a.k.a. Jazzy, man, because she did what she was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? She reported it to the proper authorities. When they didn't want to do nothing, when the school didn't want to do shit, she took it to the net. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag justice for Jazzy. And it spread like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? She didn't go crazy and didn't go and beat her ass, which is what most girls would do. And I'm not talking about black girls. I'm talking about any woman. You rubbing tampons on my backpack, fool? You know what I'm saying? Man, any woman would have went up there and gave her the business, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't. She put her education first. So we're going to shout out to her for doing things the right way and wanting to further her education, man. And Chanel Rowe, a.k.a. Jazzy, man, I hope you get all the blessings in life behind this. And I hope you do get justice, the justice that you're seeking. And it's social climbing, man. Click like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. Yeah.